Hello and welcome to Understanding and Meeting Needs and Wants in Relationships. In any relationship, both partners have their own sets of needs and wants which don't always align perfectly. To build a deeper connection and sustain a healthy relationship, it's crucial to identify and discuss these needs and wants. But how can you gain clarity on what you need from your partner, and how can you ensure these needs are met? Let's take a look at the differentiating between needs and wants. It's important to distinguish between needs, which are essential for a relationship success, and wants, which are individual desires. So the basic needs in a relationship might include safety, support, attention, and trust. And these needs are universal and necessary for a relationship to thrive. Now, wants, on the other hand, are specific to each person and influenced by personal background and personality. Let's have a look at basic human needs, which are foundational and universal. As psychologist Ava Ruger explains, our basic needs include essentials like food, water, and shelter. And these needs, as you can see, are structured here in Maslow's pyramid, with that bottom level representing the most fundamental requirements for survival. And then you've got safety needs of security and safety. And then your psychological needs of belongingness and love needs of intimate relationships and friends, your esteem needs of prestige and feeling of accomplishment, and then your self-fulfillment needs of self-actualization, which is achieving one's full potential, including creative activities. While wants are not essential for survival, they are important for personal satisfaction and motivation. Understanding the difference between what you need and what you want can help you focus your energy effectively. For example, you might want a new mobile phone, but you don't need it to survive. Similarly, in relationships, you might want your partner to express love in specific ways, but there are various ways to meet the underlying need for affection. In relationships, needs are what keep the relationship functioning over the long term, while wants are additional desires that enhance the experience. It's vital to recognise and communicate both. Misunderstanding or confusing needs and wants can create unnecessary strain. For instance, wanting your partner to say, "I love you," is a specific desire, but the underlying need might be to feel loved and connected, which can be fulfilled in many ways. For a relationship to thrive, certain basic needs must be met, such as affection, acceptance, validation, safety, trust, independence, empathy, and understanding. And these needs can shift in importance depending on the circumstances. For example, in times of stress, the need for safety and connection might become more prominent. Effective communication is essential to ensure that both partners' needs and wants are understood and addressed. Miscommunication can lead to misunderstandings and frustration. In films and books, it's often suggested that partners can intuitively understand each other's needs. But in reality, clear and open communication is necessary. The concept of the 5 love languages was developed by Dr. Gary Chapman, and it's a framework for understanding how different people express and receive love. Knowing your partner's love language and your own can enhance communication and deepen your relationship. Let's have a look at the 5 love languages. Firstly, words of affirmation. People who favour words of affirmation feel loved and appreciated when they receive verbal compliments, expressions of appreciation and encouragement. Positive and encouraging words can uplift and motivate them. So, for example, it could be saying, "I love you" regularly, or complimenting them on their appearance or achievements, or writing love notes or letters just because. Another love language is acts of service. So for those who prefer acts of service, actions speak louder than words. And they feel loved when their partner takes the time to do things for them, helping to lighten their load or make their life easier. And it might be doing a household chore without being asked, or mowing the lawn. Or it could be preparing a meal for them, or running errands, or taking care of tasks that they've just been too busy to handle. And the next one is receiving gifts. Individuals who resonate with receiving gifts see thoughtful presents as a symbol of love and affection. The value of the gift is less important than the thoughtfulness and effort behind it. So it might be giving a surprise gift on a random day, or bringing home their favourite treat, or crafting a handmade present. And the next love language is quality time, which is all about giving undivided attention to your partner. People who prioritise quality time feel cherished when their partner is fully present and engaged with them. So that might be planning a regular date night, it could be engaging in deep and meaningful conversations, or enjoying activities together without distractions such as mobile phones. For some, physical touch is the most direct way to feel loved, and this includes not only sexual intimacy but also non-sexual physical gestures, and that could be holding hands, hugging and cuddling, or giving a reassuring pat on the back or a gentle caress. So you might be wondering, what is my love language? So to discover your love language and understand your loved one's preferences, consider the following tips. Firstly, observe what makes you happy. Pay attention to what makes you feel most appreciated and loved. Do you feel most valued when someone spends quality time with you, or gives you a thoughtful gift, helps you out, or offers a sincere compliment, or provides physical affection? And notice the gifts that you give. Often we give what we wish to receive. Think about the types of gifts and gestures you naturally gravitate towards when showing love to others. And then imagine your perfect day. Reflect on what an ideal day would include for you. Would it involve spending uninterrupted time with a loved one, receiving words of affirmation, experiencing acts of service, enjoying physical touch, or receiving a meaningful gift? By paying attention to these aspects, you can identify your primary love language and better understand how to connect with others in a way that resonates deeply with them. So now you might be wondering how to know someone's love language without asking. So to identify your partner's love language, consider the following steps. Notice what makes them light up. Do they seem happiest when you spend quality time together? Give them a gift, help them with tasks, compliment them, or show physical affection? And then consider the types of gifts and gestures they give to you, because we often express love in the way that we prefer to receive it. And then ask them about their ideal day. Have a conversation about what that would look like. And this can reveal whether they value quality time, words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, or receiving gifts. And by observing these behaviours and having open conversations, you can better understand and connect with your partner through their primary love language. And you might be thinking, well, what's the most important love language? Well, there was a research conducted by Bland and McQueen in 2018, and overall quality time seems to be the most important love language across the board for both women and men. Here are some tips for effectively communicating your love language to your partner. Find a calm and relaxed moment to talk, free from distractions and stress, ensuring both of you are open and receptive. And clearly express your needs and preferences without being demanding. Explain what makes you feel most loved and appreciated, and use I statements, and frame your conversation around your feelings and experiences. For example, I feel most loved when you spend quality time with me. And be open to their input and encourage your partner to share their own love language and listen actively. Understanding goes both ways. Provide examples and give specific examples of actions that make you feel loved, and this helps your partner understand exactly what you mean. And focus on the positive aspects of understanding each other's love languages and how it can strengthen your relationship. And recognize that learning and adapting to each other's love languages takes time and effort. And acknowledge and appreciate your partner's efforts to meet your love language needs, reinforcing positive behaviour. And by following these tips, you can have a productive and loving conversation about your love languages, enhancing your connection and understanding. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, contact me, heather@heatherprince.co.uk, and my website is www.therootmaster.com.